Selassie, Neteru.
The highest greeting that I can give to anyone is to acknowledge the beautiful and divine in them, even as I acknowledge the beautiful and divine in myself. Therefore, greet all of you with the ancient Sanskrit words of liberation. Namaste.
Namaste.
I want to thank everyone that has come before me and done a wonderful job. The drum circle, disciple Yaya, disciple Fafele, my beautiful wife. Let's give them all a big hand clap. Well, my good friend, Wild Tahuti, who opened up everything. Thank the Wives and Wildettes for their service and all that they do to make the Self-Empowerment Center what it is. And thanks to you for being here. Give yourselves a hand for working on your own self-empowerment. We're so glad and so privileged that we have the opportunity to engage our lives in this holy science, this science of the mind, this bio-vibrational science, the new norm, where humanity should be, where humanity must be in order to survive.
Right.
And as we get deeper into this science and deeper into this teaching, we get deeper into ourselves. Our work is to remind you of who you are. We're literally not teaching you anything new. Right. We're simply awakening you to who you are. Right. And when we are all vibrating on the highest level, then we all attain the connection, wealth, and access that we all deserve. Akshay?
Akshay.
So I want to get right into the teaching for today, and want to read something very quickly. The book Flight of the Narcissist. On page 95. Love and compassion came to me as a flowing stream of light, with petals protruding outward like a lotus. Do you have positive awareness? Yes, I am positive, I said. Every day I engage in the seemingly infinite fight to be positive. This fight most assuredly begins with words. In other words, it is the internal logic and value system within that gives manifestation to all things. Say that with me. It is the internal logic, and value system, within me, that gives manifestation to all things. Akshay. So, I want to talk today on the subject, all things work together for my good. All things are working together for my good. And if I had a subtitle to that, it would be that I am working for the good of others. The reason all things work together for my good is because I'm working for the good of not only myself, but for all of humanity. That's right. Akshay? Akshay. So let's begin by talking about this from this perspective. The whole ideology that we should look at when we observe any type of spiritual discipline is it going to work for my good? Right. First, we should ask ourselves, is it going to work? Right. Is it going to work? Not is it entertaining, not is it interesting, but is it going to work? And then after you ask that question of, is it going to work, you need to already have understood what it said it's supposed to do. You understand? And you should hold that spiritual discipline accountable to what it says it's supposed to do. If it says it's supposed to give you freedom, you have to assess, does it give me freedom? There's no other place in life other than spirituality where people do not hold the system that they are operating under accountable. Right. If we go to the gas station, we hold it accountable. Right. If we go to the grocery store, we expect what we went there to receive to be there. And if it is not, we don't go there anymore. Right. But it seems like family and religion are two of the places that we go where even if what it said is supposed to be, right, and the way it was advertised, if it's not like that, we keep going back to it.
Yeah, that's right.
And that is because it is operating under a shadow or under a cloud of deception. That's right. That's correct. So I need to ask, does it work? Then I need to know what is it supposed to do. Then I need to ask, not only is it working, but is it working for my good? Now look, that's okay, because you have to see that things can work, but that doesn't mean it works for your good. Right. Are you understand? Right. Somebody can be a very interesting person, right? Looks like to be around, somebody great to hang out with, but that person does not work for your good. Right. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes. See, you can have some things, some disciplines you get in, and it's very interesting. Yeah. But it doesn't work for your good. That's right. So that means that you need to know where you are, what you need to evolve to the next level in your life, right? Yes, and how do you get there and judge things in your life, whether or not this is helping me to get to where I need to go. Right. That's how you judge everything. That's how you come into spirituality. Where do I need to go? So life should be a continuous process of self-improvement. So I can't tell you where you need to improve. See, that's the difference in biovibrational science and a lot of other things. Is you go other places and they tell you exactly where you need to improve. Right. You need to believe in this green man as opposed to this green man. Right. You need to believe and you need to look for this spaceship in the sky as opposed to this spaceship in the sky. Right. You understand? Yeah. You need to give this amount versus that amount, and it's all about their good. Yeah. Y'all got this one. You understand? You get with somebody, and when they talk about what is needed in a relationship, they're talking about what's needed for their good. Right. But biovibrational science is dealing with what is needed for your good. Right. Got me? Right. So you need to know what you need to evolve to the next level. Because many times what we think we need is what we like. It's what we want. Come on. But it's not what we need. It's what feels good, but not what we need. It's who we like to be around, but it ain't what we need. You understand what I'm saying? It's convenient, but it's not what you need. And because a lot of times what you need requires work. It requires stepping outside of your comfort zone. Many times we don't go for what we need. We go for something that's a substitute. Are you with me? Because it requires you to take off tradition. Right. Take off things that you have customarily believed. Right. That you don't want to give up. Right. Things that have been that are stakeholders in your life. We have certain emotions, certain beliefs that are stakeholders in our life. In other words, these are things that have set up shop and they've made us comfortable, and we don't want to let it go. But in order for all things to work together for your good, you have to know what's good for you. You understand? Oh, yes. And a lot of times, can I tell you a secret? Yeah. Can I tell you a secret? Yes, sir. Many times what's good for you is not initially good to you. Huh? That's a secret. Sometimes the best person for you does not initially look good to you. You're not initially impressed. See, you understand what I'm saying? There's some foods that they don't look good on the outside, but once you taste them in your mouth.
Yeah.
Or some food you will hear. Some people will hear the term vegetarian.
Yeah.
And they will immediately think, oh man, that doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good to you. It might not even be good to you when you first taste it. But it's good for you.
Right.
You understand where I'm going?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All things work together for my good, but I got to know what my good is. And my good is always that which empowers me to take the next step in my self-improvement.
Yes, sir.
I say?
I say.
Now, here are some of the basic things that we need. Needs can drain us when we don't have them. Right? If you have something that you need and it's not there, it's not available, it can drain you. First and foremost, we need energy.
Right. Right.
We need energy.
Right.
Physiological needs, input of nutritious food, clean water, fresh air, comforting warmth, healing light. We need that.
Right.
When you don't have enough nutritious food, enough options for food.
Right.
Okay? It's not whether or not you can go and get a bag of chips. It's whether or not you have access to the types of nutritious foods that you need.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying to you? And if you didn't have that early on in life, and it creates a deficit, it can create a bad relationship with food, as an example. Just as an example. Okay? Because many people, when you see them and they're not in the physical condition that you think that they should be in, somewhere in their life, they develop a negative relationship with food. We talked about this at the retreat. It could be a relationship with food where food is a friend.
Yeah.
Food is a lover. Talk to me.
Right, that's right.
Food is a confidant.
Right.
Why? Because it's accessible, it's convenient, it's always there, it's where you need it, it's automatic, and you get to choose what you want. And when you go everywhere else in life and you don't get to make choices, food becomes an inappropriate relationship. Right? But food becomes an inappropriate relationship, and we see it on the outside. Right? We see your decadence or your problem on the outside.
Right.
But some people have other things that are hidden, but no less a habit. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And I want to tell you something that to break one of the yokes of religion is that just because I don't see you do it, just because I don't experience it on the external, does not mean that it's not just as foul as something else.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So people will dog people for what they can physically connect or attach to.
Right.
While not talking about the fact that you a liar, you envious, all of the stuff that you can hide under the rug. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So when we don't have the basic needs of life, it can mess with you. Freedom, having safe outlets to express yourself. If you've been in relationships or been around people that constantly tell you to shut up, constantly tell you that they don't want to talk, constantly, you know what I mean? Talk to me. You know, constantly your ideas don't matter. Then you develop an uncanny sense of, let me be quiet. And your voice gets silent. There is nothing worse. You heard what I said, right? When I read the book, talking about words, it starts with words. What happens when your voice is silent? Silence by, not just by somebody telling you to shut up, but silence because nobody's really listening. Right? Because once again, I can sit there and I hear you. But listening to you means I have to actually be interested in what you have to say. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So this creates a deficit in your life if you don't have that need met. I need to be listened to. Say it with me. I need to be listened to. That's right. You need to be listened to. The next need, to belong. Being a part of an intimate group that helps one get enough energy and freedom. So I not only need to have it available to me, but I need to be around other people who also have. And one of the things we were talking about before is when you are around poverty. Not just poverty of groceries, but poverty of mind.
Right. Right.
People who don't want to constantly improve themselves.
Right.
If you're around people that don't want to improve themselves, there's no way that you can say that all things are working for your good.
Right.
Because you are not around people who are working towards good.
Right.
They're
Right.
just willing to accept life
Right.
the way that it is and go through the mundane ideology of the day after day. Work, get up, go to work, come back home, eat, and go to sleep. And hope for a better day.
Right. Right.
That's not self-improvement. Say that's not self-improvement.
Not self-improvement.
Effectiveness. Being a part of an intimate group that offers energy and freedom. Community. Having a society that helps one group get energy and freedom. One's group get energy and freedom. Uniqueness. Opportunity to express useful talent and skills. Now you'll notice with community effectiveness and belongingness, we all are saying some of the same basic things. Because when you start to talk about people that don't give you energy and freedom, when you are around people that are not effective at the science of living.
Yes.
See, living is a science.
Yeah.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
There is a question. You develop an hypothesis.
Right.
Hypothesis is part of the question. How do I live? How do I get the most out of life? Right?
Right.
You do research and develop a strategy.
Right.
You have a laboratory. So do you know your house is a laboratory?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know your house is a laboratory?
Yes.
Come on.
When you're in a laboratory and no experiments are going on, they have simply accepted whatever they have been given as truth, have not developed any idea about how do we advance ourselves as a family.
Right. Right.
Come on and talk to me now.
Right.
See, when I was growing up in our house, I looked around my community and I saw people that were dead.
Uh-huh.
They were living biologically,
Right.
but they were dead mentally
Right.
because they were not seeking to expand themselves beyond the confines of what they had already learned.
That's
Right.
right. That's right.
Life is a science. So community, if you don't see that in your community, if you don't see people becoming more and more effective, improving their ideas, improving the way they do things, improving the way they think, improving the way they eat, improving their fitness, improving their minds, improving their relationships with other nationalities, other communities. Are you listening to me? See, that's where we should be going. Improving, completely improving. It starts with us. But then as we expand out into the family improvement.
Right.
So you start having family meetings about how can we improve our family? How can we improve the relationship in our family?
Right.
Are you understanding what I'm saying? We're not going to accept that we have parts of our family not talking to one another. Parts of our family that's broke. Parts of our family that's jacked up. Because the families largely make up community.
Right.
Are you understanding?
Right. Right.
Then you make your community stronger. And you say, how can we have more banks? How can we have more businesses?
Right.
How can we be the ones doing the nails? How can we be the
Right.
ones
Right.
doing the pedicures? Talk to me. How can we be the ones opening the dollar store? How can we be the ones opening the grocery store? Why don't we own the gas station at the corner?
Yeah.
The world
Yes.
is
Yeah.
there's somebody that does not look like me, speak like me, talk like me, walk like me,
Yes.
listen to the music I listen to.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Come on.
eat the food that I eat, hear the pain that I feel.
Right. Come on.
How is it that I'm getting energy through fuel into my car without us having a connection? How do we improve?
Come on. Wow.
Because if you don't do this, you will be having things working,
Not
but
for
they
your-
won't be working
for your
for
good.
you. You working.
Yeah.
You need them.
Yeah.
You praying.
Yeah.
You got a fence up.
Yeah.
But is it working? Then is it working?
For your good.
Is it working?
For your good.
Last time I checked, it wasn't working. Now I want to know, not only is it working, but is it working for your good?
Right.
feel good?
Connection,
Wealth and access. Connection, wealth and access. You need to go back and re-examine Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Come on,
You need to
now.
go back and re-understand Trinity, because you are understanding it from an individual physiological perspective when these are states of consciousness and force.
Whoa, that's what's up. That's it. That's it.
It's working, but is it working for your good? You understand? You might be going to work. You're working.
Right.
But is it for your good or their good?
Right.
You feel me? So then once you start to expand the community, you also say, okay, now that we have upgraded the community, we then began to ask ourselves, how can we upgrade ourselves globally? How can we interact and learn rather than being envious, rather than being mad, rather than being scared? Ask yourself, how can I learn from those I used to call my enemy?
Exactly. That's growth.
How did you do that? What do you mean? How did you do that to me? How did you do that to us? I don't want to talk about that. No. I'm not coming this time to get something from you. I'm not coming this time to talk bad about you. I'm not here to make you feel guilty. I'm not even here to ask you to pay me back.
Come on now.
I'm here to study in my laboratory. How did you pull this off? Because I want to learn.
That's it.
I ain't never heard that like this before. This is the art of war.
Yes, it is.
War does not begin with a petition or a pledge or a protest. War begins first with the study of self.
Right.
Oh, man. Y'all all right?
Oh, yeah.
See, when I get ready to take a test, and you know, if you get ready to take any test, and some of you still need to take tests because you need to go back to school. You're not done. You're not done. Your age is not a qualification for you to quit. I don't know where the hell y'all get that from. You are ageless. You need to do whatever improves you. Stop talking about how old you are. So you still got some tests to take. So I'm going to tell you, when you take a test, see, you should sit there and first of all, before you even take the test, study yourself. What do I know? What don't I know? This is before they even put the paper in front of you. Then study the instructor.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Come on, man. Study the instructor. What do they like to talk about? Y'all take this home to the kids. What do they keep repeating over and over and over again? See, if you would study life like I'm telling you to study a test, you would always get a pass in school. Right? Negativity would just pass you by. Because you would start to study yourself, study the people you're talking to, and then you would begin to understand what is going to come at you in a test. You see what I mean? See, we have too many times that we fail tests in life because we have not studied the environment and the terrain. Anytime you get ready to go to any kind of battle, you should study the terrain and the weaponry of the enemy. But when you sit up and get so emotional over a statement, it ain't the statement. It's not what he said. Because if you didn't believe it about yourself, it wouldn't bother you. But what is it in you that when he says that, it disturbs your psychology? What is it about you that you don't know about you? That causes you to let people treat you so bad. I remember when I was in church, they used to sing that song, "What is this? That make me act a certain way, treat all my friends. What is this that is in you that make you a slave? What is this in you that make you cry because he say so? What is this that make you protest and waste your black time? Rather than building something. Right. Because every time somebody get on my nerves, I go build something, make something, create something, become more powerful than I was before.
Talking.
That's it.
How does people talking about you cause you to bow down?
Come on.
Come on. To stand up.
Yes, sir.
Talk about
it ought to make you want to form your own league.
That's right. That's right.
about it.
That's right.
You know, we need
What I'm talking about right there.
I know they're going to want to cut me off after a while, but I don't care.
Yeah.
That's right.
Why we playing for you?
Yeah. Come
We
on.
got money, build a stadium.
Yeah.
That's
We
it.
got money, play in the park.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you're in the park playing, we gonna come watch. Hell, we watched you on the battlefields of Africa. We don't need to see you in no stadium. We ain't gotta have no AC with it. We'll watch you whenever you play.
That's it.
The people come to see you,
That's it.
not the stadium.
Say it again.
The people come to see you,
Huh.
not the owner. The owner?
Huh.
The owner? The owner? What does he own? The team. Who on the team? Me. Wrong. Let me keep moving. Let me keep moving.
I feel you. I feel you.
So you see that we need to be expansive.
Yes, sir.
That we need to appreciate various cultures.
Yeah.
We need to talk to the Asian community.
Amen.
We need to talk to the Arabic, the community of Arabs. We need to talk to the Hispanics. We need to talk. All of us need to come together and talk and learn from each other. This is how you conduct business. Walter Hootie was talking about this yesterday. You need to come and learn how those that you consider to be competition, how they rose up. How did y'all keep y'all community the same for thousands of years without being colonized like we did? You see what I'm saying to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And they'll come back and they'll tell you, well, there's certain things that we kept secret.
That's right.
Certain things we kept holy.
That's right.
Right? It wasn't as important for us to be egotistical. We were communal before we were individual. So you start to pick up things like that and you start to learn. And as you gather these things, you start to taste and see that it is good. You start to create things, and after you create it, you stand back and say, now that's good.
Now that's good.
Why is it good? Because it's evolving me, it's improving me, therefore I can say it's working.
For my
For my good. Come
But
on.
it's not only working, but it's working for my good.
Yeah.
I have life, but I don't just have any kind of life. I have life
More abundantly.
Right on, right on.
Uniqueness. I need uniqueness. See, boredom is dangerous.
Yeah.
Boredom will rush you into bad habits, right? Because you don't have nothing else to do. But you are never bored when you are constantly working on your purpose. You don't have time to be bored.
That's right.
You don't have time to be
right.
angry.
Right.
You don't have time to pay attention to things that are not for your good.
Right.
Diversity, creative leadership. Then when you get to the upper echelon of your life, you need things like personal peace. You need power, personal power.
Right.
Universal peace, universal power.
Yes.
Now, these are good things to say, but there is an entity that we've talked about in the past that attempts to keep you from this personal power. That's the corporate ego.
Yeah.
Now, when you start to understand scripture from a conceptual point of view, you start to understand that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle with principalities and powers in high places. Now, that's not talking about a government.
Right.
This is specifically talking about ideas and emotions. And the reason they're high is because they're in your mind.
Come on now.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're high in high places because it's lodged in your mind.
Right.
So when you start to talk about these devils and these possessions and all of that, you're not talking about ghosts and goblins.
Right.
Goblins. You're talking about psychology.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Are you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these devils are psychologists, and the Satan, right, which is the chief of them all,
Yeah.
is the corporate ego, or the higher ego, or that which all negativity has congealed into a force of intelligence,
Yeah,
Right. Right.
wrapped around a tree of duality
Right.
that is tempting you to eat of it, because society is telling you that being able to judge allows you to be God.
Come on. Come on.
Not
Come on.
understanding that being in a space where you no longer have to judge,
Come on.
Right.
but
right.
that you create the environment and manifest what you want, that's when you're in the space of God. You understand? So the corporate ego is an energy force, an intelligence that actually gets into the mind of people.
Right.
Negative suggestions.
Right.
Say suggestions.
Suggestions.
See, every time I come into contact with someone, they're giving me a suggestion.
Correct.
Whether they say something or
Or
not, they're giving me a suggestion.
Correct.
And I have to choose whether or not I will accept the suggestion.
That's right.
Now, what they are suggesting in their mind may not be how it's processed in my mind.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
Are you with me?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I want you to understand that every time somebody suggests something to you, the way you process it is the way the suggestion will end up in your mind.
Right.
I may not be attempting to hurt you,
Right.
but if you take what I said
Right.
and you process it in the laboratory of your mind
Right.
in a way that's disempowering for you, by the time it reaches the center of your mind, or the holy of holies,
Wow.
Come
are
on.
you understand?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
By the time it goes from the outer court to the inner court to the
holy
holy
of
of holies,
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir.
see, it's got to travel. It's got to come through the physical. You understand?
Right.
It's got to come through my experience to
Right.
get to my mind to originate in a thought.
yeah.
Wow.
And then I have to choose whether or not I want to accept that thought
Right.
based upon whether or not whether it showed up, Shantae, not whether it worked to get there,
Right.
but is it working?
For me.
For my good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is this thought working, Renee,
Yeah.
for my good?
Right. Right. Right.
So all the time you're getting these suggestions.
All the time.
Right.
All
The
the time.
corporate ego, as a living entity, wants to make a suggestion to you that the ideology of duality is superior
Right.
to consciousness.
Right. Right.
The idea of going through your life judging this is good and this is bad, this is right and this is wrong,
Right.
is superior to believing and knowing that all things,
Work for my
That's
good.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that all things
Work for my good.
work together for my good. See, this is deep.
Yeah. It
Because when we say that, we're saying that even the things I can't see,
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
even the things that they meant for evil,
Yeah.
what they meant for evil
Girl, you feel
is
good.
going to turn out.
For my good. For my good. That's right.
Oh, you see this?
Yeah, yeah.
So you meant it for evil,
Right.
but it's going to turn out for my good.
Yeah.
You meant to put me in debt, but it is actually going to increase me. You meant to put me down, but it's actually going to galvanize me. Woo!
Yeah.
Boy, this is good stuff. So the antithesis of this now is the corporate ego. And the corporate ego is giving people suggestions, especially weak-minded, double-minded people.
Right.
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 Giving them suggestions about what they ought to say to you. Sometimes people not even thinking that what I'm about to say to you is going to hurt you.
Right. Right.
It's going to cause you to feel alienated. They're not thinking about that.
No.
You got to get out of looking at people.
Right. Right.
See, the universe, God, right,
Yeah.
does not judge the way we judge.
Right,
Right.
right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
See, it's beyond us. It's beyond the terrestrial plane.
Right.
Its ways are not the ways of man, or better said, not the ways of this planet.
Right.
its ways are on a higher level.
Right.
So it's looking at the force behind the word, behind the person.
Right. Right.
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you have the person
Right.
that you are dealing with directly.
Come on.
Then you have the thought
Yeah.
and the environment that produced that person.
Right. Ah.
Then you have
Come
the
on.
force that produced the environment and the thought that produced that person before they said anything to you.
Come on. Break it
So
down.
if you just deal just on the peripheral with that person
Yeah.
and not with the environment, pass that up and get into the force that's producing that,
Right.
then you are missing it.
Yes.
So fear created the environment that created the person, that created the thought, that created the words that are being spoken to you, telling you that you ain't worth nothing. Are you working it? Yeah, I'm working it. See, so I gotta stop dealing with symptoms.
Right. There you go. Go to the root.
I gotta deal with the root cause of what manifests
Right.
that.
Right.
Are you understand?
That's it.
So look, the corporate ego then is getting into people, especially people that don't have any spiritual practice.
That's right.
People that are not thinking about anything spiritual.
Right.
People that don't have a daily practice with which they are existing in positivity.
Right.
Think about going to a doctor that does not practice biovibrational science. Think about somebody that you're going to get a diagnosis, right? And they're not positive.
Right. Right.
They woke up that morning negative.
Right.
Think about being in a classroom with a teacher that is not positive, that does not have a belief in you. But what created that?
Yeah.
What created that? A poor value system in their environment. Because how could you possibly pay a teacher less than you pay a football player? How could you possibly pay a teacher less than you pay an entertainer when they are at the heartbeat of resurrecting and creating a group of people who will run society? So you are in a space now, in an environment in which our value system is twisted and jacked up.
Say it again. Twist it.
So when you see the teacher, and the teacher looks worn out, when you see the teacher and the teacher looks frustrated, when you see the teacher and they're making a mistake, you got to understand about the environment that created this person. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. See, you got to understand the environment that created the cop.
Right. Right.
Now, I understand that you know, some of them woke up racist like that. You understand? But there is an environment
Right.
that
It's
how in
exposure.
hell can
Yeah.
you pay somebody that's going out and risking their life day after day, pay them less than somebody that's shaking their behind on the stage?
Right. Come on.
So basically,
Come on.
what you telling me
Uh-huh.
is that your value system
There you go.
is about Novocaine. Your value system is about escapism.
Right.
Your value system is about stimulation and hiding from truth.
Right. Right.
This is your value system
Right.
because you put that which entertains you above that which liberates you and empowers you. So by the time I meet somebody that had to deal with a teacher, that had to deal with that environment, by the time I meet somebody that had to deal with a police officer that was in that environment, they crazy.
Right.
Because they have been produced
That's right.
by a negative suggestion.
Wow.
So who's behind this? What's behind this?
Wow.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Wow.
We're not wrestling against, this is not flesh and blood. These are principalities.
Yeah.
These are energies
Yes.
floating in our atmosphere,
Right.
in our mind,
Right.
which is the highest place.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the corporate ego, what does it put into people? I'm glad you asked. One of the things it puts in people, one of the principal things that the corporate ego does every time it gets a chance, is it insults you. It finds a way to insult you. Now, some of us get insulted by different things. You understand?
Yes, sir.
But it figures out a way
Yes.
to say something
Yes.
that hurts your feelings
Right. Right.
and makes you feel belittled,
Yeah.
so that it can invoke a rage in you
Yeah.
that causes you to be distracted from your purpose. There are some places some of us won't even go because the last time we went there, somebody hurt our feelings. And I want you to understand that the corporate ego, see, it wants you to have a litany of pet peeves by which you can be insulted.
Right.
The fewer things that you have that are boundaries or territory of yours that you can be insulted about, the fewer opportunities the corporate ego will have to hit you.
Right.
You understand? Right? But the more pet peeves you have, the more you leave yourself open to get hit. And people that are really sensitive, that they got a whole lot of things, and it seems like the poorer you get, the more sensitive you are.
That's right.
You know.
That's true.
So the more things the more sensitive you are, the more places the corporate ego can hit you. So you need to lower your level of sensitivity and lower your pet peeves and stop having so many things that this is a deal breaker. If you say this, it's a deal breaker. If you say that, that's a deal breaker. Because the more of those you have, the more of your energy is wasted in dealing with insults. Another tactic that the corporate ego will use is it will overwhelm you.
Right.
So one of the things you'll find is from various places in your life, you have people giving you assignments. Asking you to do things. Asking you to think about things. Asking you to consider what they want. Do what they need you to do. So the more that's on your mind, the less likely it is for you to think strategically. You understand what I'm saying? So when somebody sits there and gives you extra work, extra things to do, one of the things you have to ask yourself is, now I know you're asking me to work. Right? I know you want me to work. I get that. But are you asking me to work for my good? Are you understand? Is what you're asking me to do going to fit into my life in a way where what I'm doing for you not only works for you, but it works for me? You understand? Now there are various levels of something working for your good. Right? There's the neutral level where it's working for my good. It's neutral. It's not really moving the gauge towards my self-empowerment, but it's not taken away either. I'm not going to be any more tired. I was already there. You're not a problem. You don't have an attitude. Okay, I'll work with you. You understand? Then there's the level of something that actually supports your vision, actually supports your business. That's a good partnership. That's a relationship. But when you have something that is not only, it's not neutral, it's actually subtracting from you. That's not something you want to do because that's not working for your good. That's not working for your good. The corporate ego loves to confuse you.
Oh yeah.
Necessary actions aren't clear. So it says in the scriptures that God is not the author
of confusion.
So if the so-called good God is not the author of confusion, then it must be that the corporate ego. See, every time you read something about what God is not, you should think the corporate ego is. If God is peace, the corporate ego has to be war and frustration. So it gets people into your life that confuse you. And because what they're doing don't make sense. You just can't understand why they won't pay their bill. You just can't understand why they would be in the midst of these people, or why they would eat certain things that would kill them, or why they would do certain things that don't work for their good. And once you get confused, anger is right around the corner. Resentment is real easy to get because you're just confused. I just don't understand. And you think that you're just dealing with that person. But the corporate ego is putting that situation in your life to get you confused, because if you're confused, you will not have enough energy to work. And if you have enough energy to work, you won't have enough energy to work for your good. There it is. It wants to confuse you. It wants to frustrate you. See, it's not Satan ain't, the devil ain't made you do nothing.
Right.
The devil made me do it. The devil behind it. No, energies and thoughts are being suggested and presented to you, and you have to make the right decision whether or not you're going to accept it. And if you accept it, how will you process it? How do you process no?
Right.
When somebody tells you no, how do you process that? Do you process that as rejection or opportunity? When you are in business, let me ask you again. When you are in business and somebody says no, how do you process that? Do you process that as rejection, which causes you to have a negative emotion and an insecurity about the next time you go out to get somebody to say yes? You're thinking about the no. Or do you process that as an opportunity and look at it from a scientific perspective and say to yourself, now in the science of probability,
That's it.
in the science of probability, there are only so many no's
That's
you can see.
That's right.
That's
That's it.
Added on one of those no's.
Gotta be with you.
And that means I have to be closer to my yes.
That's right. That's it.
When I go to the doctor, you tell me whatever my count is or whatever. If it is not where I want to be, probability suggests that the next time it has to be good news if this time it wasn't.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Corporate ego wants to frustrate you. How do you process information?
Exactly.
Things don't flow easy. When things don't flow easily in our life, we get frustrated.
Right.
You need to stop expecting things to flow easily.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
You need to stop expecting things to flow easily and just expect things to flow.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
You don't expect things to flow easy.
Right.
You need to expect yourself to be easy while they flow.
Say it again, Bob. That's good. That's real good.
You can't make everything go right.
Right.
You expect to be there at this time.
Yeah.
There's going to be traffic.
Yeah.
There's going to be all of these different obstacles in your life.
Right.
You're trying to open your business. You're trying to teach something. You're trying to educate somebody. You're trying to empower somebody. Everything's not going to always be an easy flow.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Great things are born through pain.
Come on.
But the question is, are you at peace while the storm is raging? See, if the storm is raging outside of you, that the peace inside of you can speak to the storm and give yourself peace outside.
Right.
But if the storm is inside of you and outside of you, then you cannot speak to the storm and say, peace be still.
Right.
Because where is the peace going to come from? You're not hearing what I'm telling you. If you are in a relationship and you don't have love on the inside of you, you got resentment inside of you. You got your past inside of you. You got your insecurity inside of you. And this other person is insecure. This other person is angry. Where is somebody going to bring the love and the harmony? It's wrong. You frustrated.
Well.
Corporate ego playing ego game. And you gotta know you're in it. You wake up in the morning, you already know somebody's gonna attempt to frustrate me today. Somebody's gonna attempt to get on my nerves today. Somebody's gonna suggest that I get mad as hell today. But as for me and my house, as for me and my house, we will serve. They say the Lord, but the mind.
That's right.
We gonna serve the right thing.
Right.
I'm not gonna serve you.
Right.
See, why all of this chaos is stirring together, I'm gonna serve me.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure that all things
Work together.
are working together. See, you want to make a suggestion to me. Don't you remember when Yeshua was in that desert? And the corporate ego came and was talking to him and saying, you ought to do this and jump off the mountain. And all he kept doing was quoting what was inside of him, which was universal law.
Right.
Do you understand? And finally, he said to the corporate ego, you shall not tempt the Lord your God. Now, people are thinking that he's talking about something external. But what he is saying is, I am the God over all things. You cannot tempt me. easy when you flow.
Come on now. Come on now. Be smooth.
Some of us like to get medals for working hard. We want somebody to acknowledge how hard we work. Boy, you was really sweating when you was packing in the groceries, or you was really sweating when you was doing this A, B, and C.
Right.
Stop looking for that.
Right.
I don't want people to talk about how hard I work.
Right.
I want people to talk about how easy I make it look. How effortless it is. How cool you were when you were doing it. I didn't even see you. How the hell you do all of that? How many businesses you got? And you still look good? You still driving with swag? You still got time to go out on the town? Y'all, man. How easy are you?
Yeah, that's
And
it.
you flow easy. You got ease in the flow.
Yeah.
The
Right.
corporate ego wants to tire you out. All right? Physically.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Physically. This is why you must be committed to not only the self-empowerment of your mind, but your body must be a tool.
That's right. That's it.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Your body can't be a tool if it's broke down.
That's right.
This
Right.
is where a lot of people get off.
Yeah. Right.
Right? We was on the bus, people go, ding, ding.
Yeah. Get off.
They want to get off right here. They don't want to hear it. They rather believe a lie. Age is a lie.
That's right, that's right.
Age is a lie. I'm going to say it again. Age is
Say it
a lie.
again.
Straight up.
Age is a lie.
Age is a
You
lie.
don't get offended when I talk about old people if you don't think you are.
Say that again.
So you understand? Anytime you want to know how old you are, compare how many days and years you've been here to how long the universe been here.
Ah.
Huh?
Say it.
Talk to me, man. You got to get out of this, because see, when you feel like you're getting age on you, it gives you an excuse, the corporate ego, a suggestion.
Yeah.
So it comes and tell you ought to be tired now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It comes and tell you what you ought to have done by this age.
Yeah, right.
So when it tells you, you know, that's gone by.
Yeah.
And then you start talking about what you used to do.
Yeah.
Don't you ever get around me talking about what you used to do.
Right.
Because I'm going to ask you why the hell you ain't doing it now. Not only why are you not doing it now, but why are you not doing it better than you did it then?
Better.
Oh, you start putting the doctor start getting scared.
Right.
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's
This
right.
is what starts to happen. You got to stop talking about how tired you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let the corporate ego suggest to you to say that to yourself.
Right.
Woo, I'm tired. When that thought gets into the Holy of Holies, because it's got to go through the outer court. Come on in the inner court. You got to put that thought up on the altar.
Yeah.
You got to carve it up and let the essence of that thought bleed into your mind. Talk to me. Before it ever gets the ability to be an action in your life, you got to bleed it out on your altar, and you got to stop right there with your knife. Like Abraham said, God's going to prepare a sacrifice, but it ain't going to be this.
Right.
I'm not going to sacrifice my divine positive emotion
Right.
for the negative thought that I'm tired.
Right.
Even if you about to pass out, don't you see?
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Man don't live by breath alone,
Huh.
but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of the gods.
Go.
So whatever comes out of your mouth
Right.
is not going to return
Right.
to you void.
That's
So
right.
don't let it come out. It ain't what go in. It ain't the work that come in. It's the produce that comes out. It's the return on your investment. It's your ROI.
Yeah.
That's what you got to be looking for.
That's it.
Do you understand?
Absolutely.
So the corporate ego wants to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Right when you're working on your business. Right when you're working on your strategy. The corporate ego wants to bring somebody in to cause you to be diverted and start doing something else.
Right. Right.
And it will feel like it's something that you can never avoid. And I'm telling you that you have to do that and work on whatever it is that you need to do to improve yourself.
Yeah.
Stop allowing things to interrupt you. First ask yourself, is this a necessary interruption?
Right. Right.
Is this a timely interruption?
Right.
Am I in the right space to handle this?
Right.
Because as I said this weekend, you have different mental spaces.
Right.
If you're not in the right space for that moment, if you're in a business space and not an emotional space, don't take of emotional business while you in a business space.
Huh.
You got to give yourself space.
Right.
Right? To
Right.
get into the space, you need to be to handle whatever it is they're bringing you.
That's right. That's right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Ask yourself, is this a necessary interruption?
Right.
Because some interruptions are good.
Yeah.
Some interruptions are to help you do things right.
Right.
But some interruptions are to help you do things, suggest that you do something wrong,
Right.
or suggest you do nothing at all. Give people time parameters. This is the time I'm available. Right?
Right.
This is the time that I can work with you on that. I can't work with you on that at this time.
Right.
You have a schedule at work. You need to have a schedule at home. These are the times that we're going to act on this activity, and you have to have the discipline to do that.
Right.
Did you know that the root of discipleship is discipline?
Yeah. Right.
A disciple is one that practices a particular discipline. If you see a disciple and they're not disciplined, you don't feel safe.
Right. That's right.
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
If I see a disciple, they don't look like a disciple, act like a disciple, talk like a disciple, fight like a disciple, shoot like a disciple. Y'all get that later. The corporate ego accuses or blames you.
Yeah.
The corporate ego blames you. So one of the things that corporate ego does is it gets you into a space where you feel like it's your fault that things are not working for the good of other people.
Right. Right.
Are you understand?
Yes, sir.
So other people come to you and they tell you that the reason things are not working for my good is you.
Right. Right.
And you take that and use up mental space over that. You are not responsible for all things working for the good of them when they have not done what is necessary for it to work for them. You understand?
Yes.
See, all things supposed to work for your good, and then you work for the good of other people, but you're not responsible for all things working for their good.
That's right. That's right.
And people many times will come to you as a person and treat you like you're a corporation. As though what you do for them and how you deal with them is a prerequisite, and they can file a complaint and call you something that you're not and treat you ill because they don't like the way things are going.
Right.
No. Do not allow yourself to go through this egotistical space of self-depreciation and destruction where you were sitting there looking at yourself, letting people, they're going to blame you. Say they're going to blame you.
They're going to blame.
They're going to accuse me.
They're going to accuse you.
They're going to make the suggestion.
They're going to make the suggestion.
But I don't have to accept it.
That's
Good.
right. That's right.
All things working for good. There is a certain point where no human being can strengthen you. There's a certain point where no human being can strengthen you or comfort you enough for what you deal with in life. Right?
Right.
There's a measure that another person can comfort you through. But there gets to a point when the battle becomes so mental, you need the literal, pure force energy of God or the universe itself to get you through the day.
Right.
When you sit there and you look at another person as though they're supposed to be everything you need. Did you hear what I said?
Right.
To make you feel better about everything and to make everything work for your good, you're looking in the wrong place.
Amen.
You need to look to the hills. You need to look beyond the terrestrial plane into the celestial plane, into the mental aptitude of God or consciousness or the universe to get the force and power to restore you to where you need to be for all things to work together for your good.
Yeah.
Are you understanding?
Yeah.
When you start about together, you mean together. So you must gather all of the forces necessary. Did you get that?
Yes.
You start talking about together.
Right.
You're talking about going out and gather all the forces necessary for everything to work on your behalf.
Yeah.
The corporate ego must have a host.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? So yes, the person you're dealing with is initially the host of the corporate ego.
Yeah.
They're initially the one that's bringing you the suggestion.
Right.
But it doesn't work unless they can transfer the suggestion into your life.
Yeah. Right.
There must be a transfer.
Right.
How many of you ever transferred money from one account to another? Now, look. If you do, how many of you done it online? You done it? Oh, good. Y'all educated folks. Good. Y'all computer literate. So look. So you go online and you click one account. Is that right?
Right.
Then you click the other account.
Right.
But the transfer does not happen until you click the button at the bottom.
Right.
And what does the button at the bottom say?
You
Submit.
Say it again.
Submit.
Submit. You got to submit your will.
Oh!
So then, in order for the transfer to take place, look, I know y'all coming out, some of y'all coming out the retreat, y'all a little tired. You wonder how the hell I got so much energy, but I'm telling you, I'm showing you the energy you should have had out there on the field yesterday. Because I feel the same way you do, but look at how I'm at. Look at how the universe flowing through me. I'm not going to make an excuse to give you a subpar, watered down piece of junk junk. Because I'm tired. After I done cooked, after I done meditated, after I done been up all night, I'm still tired. I'm going to tell you again. It ain't gonna flow until you click submit. The bank can't click it. The creditor can't kick it. The place that you owe cannot click it. You got to click submit for that junk to get into your life.
Why would you click it? What would you do?
Yeah, you see it. You see the money. You see the account it's going to. But until you click submit,
Right. It don't happen.
until you say yes.
It don't happen.
There you go.
Until you say, here I am, I'll go. See, until you click,
Right.
it don't happen.
That's right.
Nothing moves till you move.
That's
The
it.
corporate ego is going to try to get you to believe that things are going to move, right?
Right.
Without you moving. You have to understand,
Yeah.
nothing moves
Right.
till you move. Huh?
That's right.
Right?
That's
When you wake up in the morning, you say, nobody move. Nothing, no thing moves till I move. Right? Time does not exist without motion. Motion must occur in order for time to be there.
Right.
Now you with me?
Yeah.
So we've always taught that sound, right,
Yeah.
is faster than the human being.
Yeah.
But light is faster than sound. Is that right? And thought is faster than light. They can actually calculate how long it takes you to think. But feeling, they have not come up with a mechanism that can calculate feeling or spirit or energy. You have to be an embodiment of
That's
peacefulness,
right.
of connection, wealth, and access, harmony, and balance. So when you get up and you walk in the room, everybody say, nobody moves. Nothing moves till you move. Until you feel it,
Right.
you don't move. We were talking about this in the drum circle. Don't touch the drum
Yes.
till you feel the rhythm.
Right. Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you don't let people move you. You move them.
That's
Right.
it.
Right.
The corporate ego must have a host, someone to push its agenda of chaos and confusion, to advocate that things are a mess. Somebody got to submit
Right.
Yeah.
that we are in a mess.
Right.
That we're in a bad condition and a bad situation. Don't be its host.
Right.
Don't be its host.
Wow.
All things working together for your good. When you stop asking the universe to fix people.
Huh.
Don't ask God or people or the universe to fix people so that they can work for your good. Ask the universe to empower you to make the right decision
Yeah.
first.
Right. Right.
Help me to make the right decision.
Right.
Right? Then help me to be in the right space. Right?
Right.
To make the right decision.
That's it. Yeah.
Or be in the right space while I'm making the decision. To have the right thought process while I'm in the right space making the right decision. Don't have anything to do yet with this person, because whatever you decide, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to be. You understand?
Right.
Then you ask the universe, give me the right goals,
Yeah.
the right vision. Why? Because inspiration is an inside job.
Right. Right.
Lastly, optimism. Say optimism.
Optimism.
I need you to be optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
I need you, no matter what's going on in your life,
Right.
to maintain your optimal mind,
Right.
which is positivity.
Right.
Right.
Optimism renders doubt and fear powerless.
Right.
Say it with me. Optimism
Optimism
renders doubt and fear
Doubt and fear.
powerless.
powerless.
Listen, it's not something easy to attain once you get into a rut. So you have to avoid getting into a rut in the first place.
Right.
Okay? Once you get into a ditch, it's difficult to get out.
That's right.
So you have to avoid. But if you do get into a ditch, right? It is not intelligent to use the same surface that allowed you to slide into the ditch and expect it to help you get out. You will need to go and get some bricks and some wood and some things that are stronger, right? Lift up.
Yeah.
You got to lift up yourself. You have to encourage yourself. You have to go and you need to have tools in your life
Right.
that when you are down, you automatically turn to these tools of empowerment,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And place them under your life rather than just dealing with the situation as is. Put other tools and things in your life that will lift you up to help you pull yourself out of that ditch. It's not something that's easy to tame once you get in a rut. It should not be based on the actions of other people. Your optimism,
Right.
your feeling, your knowing, because you got to know that all things work together for your good.
Yeah.
Before they actually work for your good,
Right.
you have to know.
that.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Before it will even happen,
Right.
you have to believe it, then you have to have faith in it,
Right.
and you have to know it. I know. Huh?
Yeah.
I know that all things work together for my good. Even if you're facing any kind of fiery furnace,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You have to be able to say, I don't care what happens, this is one thing I know. I know that I'm going to be victorious.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Once you say this to yourself,
Right.
then if your optimism is not based on what other people do.
Right.
I'm optimistic because this person's going to help me out. I'm optimistic because this person is going to fix this for me. I know they're going to get me the hookup. I know they're going to recommend me. No. Don't be optimistic because of that. Be optimistic because you have a relationship with the universe.
Right.
And you know that you are the universe itself. And you know that the universe has promised you.
Right.
Has promised you.
Promise.
Has promised every person in here
Right.
that all things will work together for the good of those, right? That love the principles, the laws, right? The principles, the laws, and live by the principles and the laws that the universe has set down.
Yeah.
Are you understanding that?
Yes.
So if I am in universal consciousness, if I am thinking on those things which are lovely, those things which are pure, those things which are graceful, right?
Right.
Then I am above the law.
Exactly.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Against such there is
That's
No
right.
law.
no law. See, everything that's working against my good is able to do it because it's operating out of the terrestrial law.
Yeah.
But once my mind is pure and I'm thinking only on the good things,
Yeah.
then the pure in heart shall see God.
Right.
So I become in oneness with consciousness and with God, so everything must work for my good because there's no weapon they can form against me that can prosper because I am beyond the law and every weapon is subject to terrestrial law.
That's right.
What does the universe say about who you are? And what does the universe say about what belongs to you? So everything comes to you this week as a suggestion. If it's a negative suggestion, don't think on that, which is the negative suggestion. Certainly not on the peripheral or the suggestion or the environment that created the suggestion. But think about the force that's behind that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And just like Elijah, you pick what you know against what it knows. And you say to yourself, self, what did the universe say I am?
Right.
What does the universe say I have?
Right.
What is mine, nobody can take from me.
That's right.
So I will not fear you. I will not submit to you. And I will not bow down to you because I am the universe itself. Thank you for listening to Cosmos Bless You.